Okay, we'll go on the Nyonim of the Dine van Hefsik Tahare and the Sfirat Nekiyim. Again, as I mentioned last previous shiurim, is an haluchas which most of the people know, and always you do in the kiddos, which basically we have to bring up, which is lav dafka zemefirsim. Okay, so medin Torah, we know that a isha which sees blood and she's a nida, that means the first 7 days of seeing blood the first time or after a baby, she is a nida. Then she sees a drop, 7 days she's toma. She can say all 7 days, at least the last minute of the 7 days she's clean. She goes to tefillah at night. A nida has to be toivel at night. And she's good to go. If she sees the next 2 days, 1 or 2 riyas, it's shemeres yom keneged yom. That means if she saw 1 day, or she has to wait 1 day. If she saw 2 days, also 1 day, and that's enough. She goes to tefillah. If she see, bedin Torah. If she see 1 or 2 days, she waits 1 day. It's once upon a time, but no. It's the guy. You have to know this Nikid in order to understand the whole the halachos which you're going to learn. If he saw 3 days, then he become azuva. When you become azuva, then you have to have shiva nekiyim. That means for a nida does not need shiva nekiyim. Nida has to be days 7 at night. If she's clean, she goes tefillah even if she saw 7 days. Azuva has to have shiva nekiyim. Azuva could also be toivel the day, the 7th day. She doesn't have to wait at night. So since you had to have the calculations 7 and 11, 7 and 11, and some Rasha, how we calculate the 7 and 11, and Bachral, they made a lot of mistakes. So Chazal already made a klal that whenever a person sees blood, even if she sees 1 drop, she is azuva automatic. She is azuva automatic, then she has to wait, she makes hefsik tahara, and she waits 7 days, clean 7 days, and she goes to mikveh. But she cannot go in mikveh during the day. She cannot go during the day because basically she is a sufik nida, sufik ziva. She goes at night. So that's pashtas halucha, and that's why how it comes for us. Every riyah which we see, we wait 7. Shiva nekiyim has to be clean days. Not like a nida which it could be dirty days, has to be clean days like a zuva. Okay. Now, there's another halacha. Whenever a lady is waiting Shiva nekiyim, and she's poiltas shich vazera, that means a drop of the shich vazera of the husband, if they were together, and a drop of shich vazera were together, that day, you cannot count. It's soiser 1 day. It's not soiser the Shiva nekiyim. That day you cannot count. So if she had relations right before Shiva nekiyim, and the zera is alive still 6 oinas, that means 3 full days, which is a oina is a night. What? 72 hours. So it has to be 72 hours, full 72 hours. Yeah. Always we have a chashash. Maybe a drop came out. And she saw it. So since we don't know, so when I tell that you have to wait always 4 days because you have relations at night. So automatically you have to wait 72 hours, and you make a hefsek only at the end of the day. So it's 4 days. Now, and that's how the Sfardim do. They wait 4 days, and then they make hefsek tahara. Now came the Remu, and it says I want to add on another day. It's according to the Trimas Adation, because chashash maybe she's going to have relations with my Hashmushas. And she's not gonna know. She's gonna think it's elated, and the valas is gonna freer. So therefore, he gave another day. That's 5 days. So we Ashkenazim wait 5 days. The Bes Yosef the Sfardim are waiting 4 days. We're waiting 5 days. The only one who doesn't wait 5 days is a kala after Bilas Mitzvah. She could wait only 4 days. Okay, so that's over here why we come to the Nikida of we wait 5 days. And afterwards we have Shiva Nekiyim. Good. So now, the halachos is like this. anytime when a lady sees a drop of blood, she becomes a niddah. When she becomes a niddah. If it's a kesam, but when the roof told her she's toma, now she has to wait 5 full days. With the day which she saw that's included, that means it doesn't have to be after 5 days. That day is included. So 5 days you wait. The end of the 5th day, she makes hefsek tara, and she counts shiva nekiyim. Again, why? Because we have a sufik nida, sufik ziva, so therefore we have to have shiva nekiyim fully. Now she makes hefsek tara. Now, what did we say? Why does she have to wait 5 days? Because if she had relations with her husband, then if came out a drop of zera, which is soiser, we don't know, so therefore it is. So therefore we don't know. So therefore you have to wait 5 days. If this is the case, so if it's a time that she does not, she couldn't have a pialocha, she could not have relations with the husband. For instance, she had a kesam, yeah, and she became toma. The Rav said is toma, okay, and after let's say a few days, after she's waiting 5 days, and she starts shiva nekiyim, and then the period is coming. Yeah, she has a period. So now she doesn't have to wait another 5 days. She had already 5 days beforehand. She was already tumma beforehand. So therefore, she starts right away. She could start the shiva nekiyim right away because she was tumma, and that goes if she was tumma as a kesam, if she was tumma as a riyah. Any way how she was tumma, then she does. In any way she was tumma, she doesn't have to wait 5 days.
So day 3, let's say, or before she finds a stay, whatever. She finds whatever. Then she counts 5 days, and then she gets a period, and then
okay.
Counted 5 days.
Yeah, if she counted already 5 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does. And whenever it stops, she can start counting. She doesn't have to wait 5 days. Exactly.
And let's say the period's only 2 days.
Okay.
So she can make it up right away after 2 days. Usually you have to wait 5 days minimum. So since she already waited 5, so now after 3 days,
she can run out. With the boy.
That's her for that.
Mach me base. Okay, so if she's getting back, huh? What's this guy? Okay, so whenever it is in a matzav that she was anyway stoma, then she doesn't have to 5 days. Now, if she had a matzav, now this thing that she has to wait 5 days has nothing to do if before she had the relations or not. Let's say her husband is already 2 weeks already in Kentucky, or in Tokyo, or in China, and basically he's out of town. So the whole chash is if she's going to have relations and she's spalta shich vazera. So therefore, if I know for sure that he didn't have, wollte ich wegen David zogen, as you don't have to wait 5 days, zoekt of them the shechanurach. No, it's no different if she bepoil had relations or she didn't have relations. The manit was is given to heure, then must wait is he user. Now, if she went to mikveh and right after mikveh she came home, how many times? How to deal with that? If she came home, if she didn't came home, if it was in the mikveh, Kenzan of Zafal, the master is going to her. So again, if such a thing should happen, pick up the phone and call the Moirerua, the Roof, and frage the Shala. It's a machzich, so she gemacht the Shala. It's not far-fetched. That she went to the mikveh, she came home, and she became Toma again. So now, the technical, you can do relations. For another side, is do tzarifim lekan. But then we'll get to that, huh?
Saying the day after the mikvah, she finds a.
Steinis gets toma 5 and 7. Always 5 and 7.
Doesn't matter that she just finished.
Doesn't. I said even more. She came home from mikvah at night. She didn't have relations yet, but she was taught. She went to mikvah. Even in such a case.
It's still 5 and 7.
5 and 7. Because why? Because she was clean. She had an option to have relations. Now, the poskim on my ganze Schale, if the doctor said for the husband that you shouldn't have relations for medical reasons, and then was mit Zarav sein gewisse Zerifim. Such a case again, Frege Ruf, well, then was man wissen, how harsh it was that why the doctor said that you shouldn't go. Nach man Frege Ruf, aber Akpurim, ich meine, Rost bringen the kid, the Choymer Indian is, it doesn't have to do physical if you had relations. The Eizem sagt that you could have relations, 5 and 7. Fine. For instance, just sometimes women have a problem of ovulation. Ovulation is very, very easy. It comes in the middle of Naqiyim. Yeah, 5 and 7, the ovulation is in the middle. She cannot get pregnant. So one of the solutions which Rabbonim get, which is not the first solution, because you have to tell for the husband, he should wait a full month, that she should skip one time tefillah. So automatically, if she has short periods, then she doesn't have the 5 days. Or there's another solution which they say that go to the doctor should put in something, bedike, which is ein psychisch regen meloidam, so automatically when it becomes stoma. Again, there's alles eitzes as me will, but we want to avoid it. But the concept is, whenever you have such a case, you have to wait 5 and 7. There's no, I'm pedainem and tzalaini, 5 and 7 goes always, even when you didn't have relations, even if your husband wasn't in town, as long as you were tour, you have to wait 5 days.
Is there a concept of a woman could go to mikvah Friday afternoon? Let's say there's no mikvah in the...
This is an extra halacha, which we're going to get to it in Mirz Hashem, next week shir, regarding tefillah. When we're going to get to that. It's a rare occasion. Let me make it clear. Day 7, rare occasion. Day 8, that's andere. Day 7, what?
5 days includes the 5 days includes days.
Yeah, that's mine. And I didn't mean it's rare. It's not, the shale comes up, a million times. But the heter, we're not going to let it day 7 only in. Okay, but again, it's not our subject today.
5 days includes days that she was also for other reasons.
Oh, was it for other reasons? Or like what? Yeah, anytime. No, he's right. Anytime, if Kippur was the first day, then that you could conclude it. Anytime when she could not have relations with Zadadin, then it says, well.
So then it's 4 days.
It's not 4 days. It's 5 days.
It's still 5 days.
But you include Yom Kippur. That means that anytime when the roof had gepasken that bistuma, even when the roof had gepasken mitzad, the minute the roof gepasken in mitzad dem kest, you're not allowed to have relations. You could take it in these are these.
Last week, we discussed.
The what?
And what if in certain communities where they have a meeting, they're only together on Friday night. So yes, okay. So during the week,
Beizem kennen sie das zusammen.
No, but they're Beshita. It's almost like halacha.
What was I going to say?
Okay,
No. We were discussing it.
What was I going to say? Wel Mittel, sie kommt der erste Nacht Pesach, sie kommt die
alle Sachen sind im Hugam, die alle Sachen mit Zadadin, mega leben zusammen.
Is
Gimmer ist nicht du. Ein Misan, als sie aus in Medina, oder amul, wenn sie sind 4, ob sie stack in den Gummer, amul. It's what? Kippur Tishuvah, or nein, es ist eine Beinenes. Eine Beines ist aus in Medina.
Right. The
what?
Yom Kippur, ברגע שנגמר, מתי שיום כיפור נגמר, זה כבר לא אסור.
נכון.
אז מתי היה הכסף?
Aber ich habe einmal gesehen, Ja, das ist afterwards, ja. Ja.
doesn't count, no?
Oizerin haben doch schon Oizerin. So we don't have it. So, again.
Yeah, but the English has to be much in kids.
Ja, in Wein oder die Yom Laila West. Laila West ist auch im Kippur. Ja, Emmas. Okay. Ob ihr gesehen? Jetzt also, ob ihr gesehen der letzte Mif in der Skia, ist auch gut. Ob ihr der letzte Mif in der Skia, heißt der Tag noch herangerechnet, it's part of the 5 days and it's okay. Wo ist es doch mal gesehen gleich noch der Skia? Ist so. Beikaron Raforkash macht sehr streng, nur bei von Schasa Zeurig Gudel ist Masken nehmen nicht. Ich bin Masken nehmen nicht, viele unzeurig Gudel. Exactly. The whole thing is als bei einer Schmusches. Bei Meile ist es nicht gefährlich. Amul wird ich noch gefahren, viele bis 13,5. Noch 13,5 nicht. Was aufgesagt wurde, gehen wir mit Schaleile. Aber Kapuno. Nein, Chaz schon. Come on. No, ich habe andere Dinge, andere Lochas. Aber Red, du, das ist die ganze Sache. Wer?
Es sind 9 Minuten, das ist eine Breitkeit.
Yeah.
I thought maybe 4 or 5.
The whole 5 days. The whole 5 days.
We'll get to how much we can. Okay. You're rocking the boat. Al Capone, again. There's no man as Tom had gesehen, can man noch the ski, you could go with that. Al Capone has etwas zeurig, weiß ich. Hand is alles zeurig. You know, alles is als het gager, alles is moet ik eigen. So, Al Capone, ja. Beschaas, wenn sie hat Suffolk, wenn sie hat gesehen, sie tun mit vielen Leppen, aber Paul hat sie gesehen nur noch die Ski oder viele 20 Minuten die Ski, aber sie hat Suffolk, als kennen sie das schon gesehen früher, mit Suffolk, wie sie macht sich mit der Zeichung, können sie auch verrechnen an der Tag, wie sie hat gesehen früher, können sie auch sehen, als sie gesagt, in Kemiven, ob sie hat Suffolk begraben, ich halte fertig, 50, sie los Calculations, können sich machen, aber gewisse Frauen, ist damals gesagt, auf die Halucha, wenn man unheimlich killen, weil again, der 50 Tag ist ein Ziegel, der Tag, wie die Trimestidation gemacht mit Satz. Weikes, auf jeden Fall, wenn sie das so viel, kann man es Michael sagen, als sie soll sagen, als sie soll sagen, als sie gewinnt für den Mistake, sie können unheimlich teilen. But to us, if she made a mistake, she only waited 4 days, yeah, she did it with the Svardim, and she made a hefsek tahara, it will not help. She'll have to be mashlam that day, the end of the Shiva Naqim. That means she'll have to, as long as she didn't go at Tefillah. If she went to Tefillah, then she should ask her off, because then after Shimsha is the Cholodais and Michael Zan, Lifna Shimsha, after Tefillah, Lifna Shimsha, Haman is Machlok, Zak Shiv is Machmer, then ask her off Madan Zan. Aber Akapunam, whatever she's gehabt, as she only waited for 4 days, she made the Hafsik Tahara beforehand, and it was a good Hafsik Tahara, she has to wait another day. Now, finish the Hafsik Tahara, they get Hafsik Tahara. Let me just make it clear. Hafsik Tahara, they get Hafsik Tahara. Hafsik Tahara, if you make Hafsik Tahara 3rd day, is also good. Kastan the Shuram Tzitzayin, Shiva Naqim, only after 5 days. But the Hafsik, they get the Hafsik. Aber Akapurim, damals, kann man fuhren weiter. And that's why a person knows that the end of the 5th day, she will not be able to make a Hafsik Tahara. She's going to be on an airplane, she's going to be on the road, whatever she shall be, and she knows that day 4 she stopped bleeding, she can make Hafsik Tahara damals. Aber lekitchila auch. Für lekitchila will man nicht machen, Hafsik Tahara is no the 5th day, als alter haben sich geschboines, mit the sofries. Aber Akapurim, oiba Frau knows that, you know, or if she made by mistake, she made it bedike, because she calculated the 4th day, darf sie liegen auf the calendar, wenn sie gemacht Hafsik Tahara, in rechnen der beste Flug ist, wenn der Hafsik Tahara ist. Da haben wir gedenkt.
So how besser machen.
La Masse, wo ist?
So for not was better.
Is bei etzem wird also gedacht zu sagen. Als eine Frau viel, also gedacht. Aber bei dem ist der Masse, Forkash, was ist eine von die Isodi, so ins Alter Rems, weiß doch. Der ist so eingestellt, also gedacht zu sagen, weil es weiß man doch in Russland, man läuft da gegangen, also mit Alter Rems Flüge. Aber Akapuna ist der, es gibt so von der Maril, als der Hafsik Tahara, du sie Sache. Aber Tomer Frau gemacht, Hafsik Tahara früher. Mais ich kann schon zu teilen, is es I get to have things you have to put on the calendar that and make the cheshbonis from there. Another thing which is Gdly, which is skip do it around, but of the Gdly is a person knows that she won't be able to make tefillah that day, you know, because her husband will be out of town or whatever it should be. That she has a chasen and she can't, and she may has a guy in tefillah, so it's in the chals machen Hafsik Tahara. And start the day after to the Shiva Naqim. Man sagt, the Hafsik Tahara nicht verbinden, all the way has to be right next to the Shiva Naqim. So therefore, is fine. So again, so just to sum it up, always when a lady sees a Mara, a Baria, always she'll have to wait 5 days. Always the Sinishukan Padainu Matzalaini, except if she couldn't, she was Tuma, or she was Usub Tashmish Medina, damals wird man sagen, Avus ins Rechem Nasaran, aber nicht it won't help, and always she'll have to be wait for 5 days. Fine. Hefsik tahara. So how do we go the hefsik tahara? Hefsik tahara is again the end of Yom Chamishi. She has to wash herself with warm water. That's a lekitchila. Sometimes it's a matzav when she can't. She should at least, mechatzi lematu. And sometimes she's in a place that she forgot. She went to work. It's winter. She went to work, and she does not have time and to go home because she's still at work. She wants to ask tahara. Then steht in the achroinom she should wash ba'oise mukam arim waschen, and she can make hefsek tahara. In a fili even if she didn't wash herself bechlal, chotchik is mitzad adina zut man machen hefsek aber sich waschen. Aber since the whole alucha sich zu waschen is lete'elas the lady, because that if she doesn't wash, she might find blood which was beforehand. In Ma'ile can hefsek zanish git. Af beginnes gewan adina is nav sich waschen. But Mamatza, if she didn't make it, then in some Michael Zan, as is okay, no Shiva Naqiyim, but Akamivin, says Kedai always, if she has in a matzah when she can't, she can go out in a men's room, wash herself, boys and mukam, and that should be fine. The Masa, in that she should do, as we wata mitzadadin zukman as a waschen, that even if Yom Kippur will be Michael, even Yom Kippur when it's Michael Zan, she should wash herself, boys and mukam, the 9 days, all these zmanam. Because mitzad alucha man es weggestellt, aber darf sich waschen. Aber again, the evet the Thomas is geschehen, was macht sich amol, she couldn't, she forgot or whatever, and she made a hefsek, it is okay if she came out clean. If she doesn't came out clean, don't have any problem. If she came out clean, is beseder. Now when should she make the bedike? Should she make the rechitza? Steht in the poiskem as lekitchile, it should be before the shkia. Sumach the shkia, close the shkia, b'shas hat chak, she goes to work, she can do it middle of the day, and if she has to, even in the morning, she could do it too. As long as she washed herself, then afternoon she will make a bedika.
With like dry blood, if she did a bedika and she found dry blood,
if she make a bedika, she find dry blood, then it's not a good bedika. Yes, of course.
So you start doing some of the shkia. Is also the washing or just the bedika?
Nein, auch der Waschen. Der Waschen soll man sagen, schreit auch nach rein, was so eibig gesagt, sumach not zu der Skia. Oh, wie nennt sie die Skia is lekitchila is das mit der Luschen as soll sein für Minche Kitana. So meine ich, das ist der Chesm. Lekitchila für Minche Kitana kann ich sagen. Kann ich sagen, ja. Na, bedike steht das zusammen, sumach l'shkia steht das zusammen within the half an hour. Like tchila. In bedi evet sucht man es geht. Bei evet kapunem kann man für mich getana. Aber der rechitza ist like tchila kann sie machen für mich getana.
Und das na Masse was schwer für mich getan kann ich tun von früh.
Kann man machen in der Früh. Ja, nochmal, weil die ikene kide is, als gezalam gewollt, aber sie gewaschen, kleiden sie so sein rein, kleiden sie kann machen heftig Tare. Ist auch vieles geworden Medina, aber Medina ist bei der Ewe, also ich warte, also viele haben nicht gemacht, die sich so geht. Bei Meile ist es okay.
Winterliche Shabbos, was ist schwer, Zigaretten für Shabbos mit der Kinder, und man getan. Das Skie, das kann sich tun, aber so früh.
Ja, weil der Rechitze. Der Rechitze ja, kann sie machen früher auch, ja. Also wie man sagt, als eine Frau geht auf eine Arbeit. Ich kann Breyer, sagt man, sie machen in der Früh. Normal, Erf Shabbos, das ist auch Arbeit. Arbeit in Erf Shabbos mit den Kindern ist auch die Arbeit, nein?
The whole thing is just for her, this whole house.
The whole thing is for her, aber ja, aber weil Chazal mal weggestellt hat Din jetzt. Die haben mal weggestellt, als Medina, sie es weggestellt hat, Kuhn, haben sie sich waschen. Du ist aber gequetscht. Aber sie sagen, Chazal will mich, ja, ich habe nicht gemacht, kann man dich. Chazal mal weggestellt hat, als eine Zeit von heftig Tare, zusammen mit der Rechitze. Fein. Jetzt, noch ein bisschen gemacht der Rechitze, dass sie machen eine Badike, is again, like tchila, sucht man, als man sie machen der Badike, within the half an hour, before the Shkia ist da, sumach der Shkia. Weiß HaZoirach ist für Minche Kitana. Du schon Weiß HaZoirach Minche Kitana, nicht like tchila Kitana, aber Weiß HaZoirach ist Minche Kitana, which is 2.5 hours, Shuas Manias, Lifnai HaShkia. B'shas HaTchag, hat man a viele lassen frier ochet, even a viele fahr dem, aber du wird sich schon wellen, Mushel Bedikas Shachras haben wir nicht schon achillig. Oi bei uns Yom hat sie gesehen Dam, haben wir das größte Machloikes, sie bechal damals können wir machen, aber Bedikas Shachras. Bedikas Shachras ist Hälfte oder nicht. Bei Meile, oi bei uns Yom hat sie gesehen, Haschulos Aria, oder a fila Bedik, what? Oh, if the first day, if the day she saw once, the day she makes Hefsek Tahara, that day did she see still blood? I mean to say, see, nicht behem Sharia. Not because she saw 4 days and it's the 5th day she still saw. So, noch einmal gesehen Ari. For instance, she saw a kesem. She saw a kesem. And now she's Thomas, she has to wait 5 days. And then she made a bedike the 5th day. And over there, she saw gesehen. Now she doesn't have to wait 5 days. Because she's already Tumah mitzad the kesem 5 days. But now, hat sie gesehen Ariya, bei oise Yom, sie geht machen Hefsek Tahara. Yeah, because Abadika, as you remember the first year, Abadika is as Ariya, a regular Ariya Daraisa. So das heißt, als sie hat gesehen, als Schulos Ariya hat sie gesehen, bei Yom Hefsek Tahara, damals halt bei uns, als die Schelfe kann Hefsek Tahara, Agapunam, also passen der Remu. If since du es mit Zuvum, wenn in Zimmer sich spielen damit auch hat, für instance, da mal mit Neshivene Kiem, es ist geschehen, immer wollen nützen de Hefsek Tahara, aber damals immer macht man, als Bedike Shachar so eine Schelfen. Klur, ich will machen noch einmal klur. Bei uns Yom, we hat gesehen, blit, if she saw blood that day, we should want to make Hefsek Tahara. Not as Schulos Ariya. Not Hemshech Ariya. A Schulos Ariya, which is not that common, but again, it could happen. Damals is a Bedike Shachar would not help. I feel nicht b'di'evet. When it comes, aber es nicht Nazami Matzav, Bedike Shachar, we will help. So when will we take that? Sometimes when there is middle shiva Naqiyim and the bedike was it nicht, yeah. Last night she brings me the bedike which she had last night and said she getoikt. So I say, okay, sorry, you brought it, but she brought it. Let's say next day, the 3rd day, the 2nd day. So what are we going to say? The next day's bedike is going to be the Hefsek Tahara. Yeah. Sometimes you have a lady which makes one bedike every day. Only one bedike every day. And the Ketchila you make the bedike is bedike Shachras. She comes 4th day and she has a problem with the bedike which was the 2nd day. Yeah? But now she's already the 4th day. And the bedike is gone. She has to start over again. But she didn't make Hefsek Tahara. So what are we going to say? We're going to say that basically the bedike is Yom, the bedike which she had the next day, that was good. That's Hefsek Tahara. In Bamaila, in such a case, the B'dika Hefsek Tahara, we will say that B'dika Shachras would help him as a Hefsek. Since she didn't see blood Yana took, kann ich es nützen. Also ich will gerne mal ziehen, wenn ich kann es ja nützen, B'dika Shachras. Although usually if she makes a Hefsek and she comes the next day and it's not good, the Rav will tell you make a new Hefsek. But when
the Kala teachers all teach
that
they should make a B'dika in the morning,
yes,
in the winter time,
yeah,
in case they forget. But they get stuck somewhere and they can't do a bdika some of the shkia, they can have halazan on the bdika shachars.
In Shivene Kiem or in Hefsek? Nachmo, this is over alles. No, it would only help if she forgot. Then we were going to take it out and we're going to use it. But again, it's only if she didn't see that day. Which usually is so, yeah.
And 1 and 7, it's not applicable here. When it's saying if she doesn't take the Yom Rishon and then Yom Shvi, then it's...
Yeah, then you have a big problem. Because if she comes 5th day and the Yom Rishon is not good, what are you going to do then? She has no Hefsek Tahara. Ich gehad a Schal nicht lang zurück, which a Shlich had geschickt a Amara with the mail, you know. But she sent it came Yom Shvi. I got it Yom Shvi. And nicht getäugt. Aber ich habe das gemacht, aber 2nd day, 2nd, 3rd, no, didn't make only. Das ist es. Huh? What? Teug nicht. It wasn't good. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, it's okay. It wasn't good. Teug nicht means it wasn't good. So what do you need to do? It's very hard. It was painful. You know, was this? But the Eibische geholfen, als ich nicht wollte allein passen, weil es ist mir von der Schliche, und es ist Yom Shvi, weißt du, pink that day, I had to be at night in Monsi. Aber ich mache gewinn, I'm going to do courtesy for this Schlucha, I'll drive in a little bit earlier, and I go to my Rebbe, which is one of the biggest Makilim in today's generation in Maris. I thought maybe he's going to give some help. But he came in and said, look, I'm sorry, can't help you. But I was going to bring him. The name is always Gdly. Even when a person cannot make a bedika every day, you always make a bedika. Day 2, day 3, I would say, always day 3 or day 3 or day 4. Because if something goes wrong, at least you don't use anything. We can make a tarifim. With other zachen, there's other reasons what we could use if you make a bedika middle. If you forget something, which I don't want to go in because I don't want nobody paskin and this kind of things. But akapunim, chmait zung is kedai. Even if you have a heter, that you can make a bedika only 1 in 7. It is kedai always to make 1, 3 or 4, you know, and 7. It's kedai if you can. Okay.
This is after and Kesem, right?
What?
This that we're saying that bedika shachris doesn't help.
Yeah.
To the ear, and I think that's not careful was actually an ear, right?
If it was a schulas hariyah, yeah. It was schulas hariyah, yeah.
So now, practically speaking, if you do big shachris because you know it's going to be late,
yeah,
you're not going to make it home on time.
Yeah.
So,
but if you come home on time, you make an amal bedika. You have to.
The kids were busy. What I was vergessen.
So
now, this has a character. It goes in the gender of the Evid, or it's lechatchila, or like.
Nein, einmal als het vergessen, weil lechatchila verlassen mich, ich sage nicht pasken, als machen aber die in der Früh. We say you have to make it when you come home from work. But if that happens to gay, we're not going to push up a day. No, because we forgot. Nein, since you made a hefsek tar. But again, es ist a Sache, was ist only because we don't. Aber es ist nicht lechatchila, die gesagt lechatchila. So therefore, if the Kala teachers tell it, they have to emphasize. Nein, it's nicht gesagt. Nicht lechatchila means as the Chazal wanted that it should be in the afternoon before the Shkia. Then. You know, you want the matzpon, you want the what is it called? The guilty conscience should be. That means has getina sagen wir nicht kala kitkhila. Yeah, did something which is but it's a bedevedige gesagt, yeah. It's a bedevedige gesagt. Nein.
So that's what I'm saying. What's
nochmal. Ja, die begangen nicht viel, aber die ewige Tfila. Ja, wir gehen so. Ja, wir gehen aber die ewige Tfila. Aber die ewige Tfila was gesagt sagen, als du die ewige makes das Ding. Aber es ist halt so bedevet. You know? Yeah.
No, fine. I just want to understand because we throw around words. So what is it?
It means the impact. No, the impact is nothing. The impact is that if you're going to come to me and ask me, my wife made, she's very busy. She's very busy. She can't happen to utem. So sie machen aber dicke heftig da noch eins mit über sagen ja. Ist schon kein Sapper oder ist zwar viel Minche. Was mit Zadaluche darf sie da von Minche? Hat er gesagt fein, aber das machen noch heftig da. Das meine ich zu sagen. Verstehst? Das meint das als Chazal aber weggestellt. Now, she has to make the bedika before the shkia. She has to make the bedika before the shkia. After the shkia, it ain't going to help. Now, if it's a minute or two afterwards, pick up the phone and call. Pick up the phone and call. If it's 3 minutes already, 4 minutes already, Akapuna, forget about it. Don't even call.
If the be'evet meter is turning already.
If it's the first 3 minutes, it could be sometimes we're gonna. If it's gonna happen one, if it's gonna happen the second one, I rufe the schöne Michael's an. I feel the Rabbunim was in Yom Michael the erste 3 minutes. If it happens more than once, you know, and if the froze knows exactly. Kedai the frozen is wissen pinklich the Shkia, so you know. It's the best the man weiß the Shkia, wenn fragt die Schale weiß. Raphael hat Ramu gesucht. The Frauen weiß in the Shkia is nicht geht. Dann ich habe Ramu gefragt wegen if we could be lie the alter habens 4 minutes 4 days. Hat ich gesucht wie Ikradin wat man darf sagen. Oh, so auch so push it, wenn's where when. 20 aber kapunem within 2 minutes in some places can we make it on. Dit maar ob the Frau weiß when the ski is, then have ich more Michaels. So again, but that's why I say, if it is 2 minutes afterwards and it happens once, call a roof. There are going to be some which is going to be Michael. Rav Bon so geklar wird nicht Michael sein, weil so gesehen schreibt jetzt, vielleicht einmal ist nicht Michael. If it's a minute or two, if it will happen, Huh?
If it happens, you shouldn't call him.
If it happens, so is a kapunem Frage ruft, wenn wir kein Michael sein, aber again, nicht mehr wie 2 Minuten, so ein klar. Mehr wie 2 Minuten, there's nothing what to talk.
I'm not sure most clocks aren't, a minute before, a minute after.
Wegen dem sich 2 Minuten, nicht 3 Minuten, da verstehst.
No, I'm asking, you just think 2 minutes after. It's a minute before already. Your mom did a minute before, but you're not sure it's before she gets after she gets.
What do you mean a minute before? When did
You
you
did
do
a minute before, but you're not sure.
If you made a minute before, then so hast du gemacht a minute before.
But you're not sure, because...
Okay, if it happens more than it is going to happen by your wife constantly, I'm going to say she's awesome. You have to wait another day. Then must it schon geworden werden. Es ist am nicht Vater, aber nicht noch dann. Ich habe es so. Jetzt haben wir doch durch die, wir sollen sagen, Mensch, more rules. Man darf gedenken, eine Sache, you're dealing with women. And es hypt mit ricken Sachen is very dangerous. Ob sie weiß, dass there's a leeway for a minute or two, she's going to do it a minute or two later. Ich suche dir, so wird es sagen. So therefore, ich will der Maß besan Favus, der Rabunen, wenn mich geredet, mit einer Mutter Nasch, wo es wollen gesucht, dass einmal, das hat sich gehelft, in der Herz der Matzah, in der Herz der Schulenbeis, in der Herz der ganze Stieb, kann man sich herimspielen mit einer Minute oder 2, aber es ist eine Sache von unserer Rabunen, weil nicht Michael seine Versauchen nicht über Meile, have in mind.
The ladies who bench left 10 minutes early never have this problem.
Never have this problem, okay? Okay, so, but not all the ladies bench 10 minutes late before. So, okay. Now, if she made it after the shkia, again, 3-4 minutes, which we are not going to accept already, yeah, then it's nothing. She has to make next day noch hefsek tahara. Noch hefsek tahara. No was then. Sometimes we're going to use such a bedike if the next day she forgot to make a hefsek tahara. For instance, she made a bedike 5 minutes after the shkia, and we say, I'm sorry, you lost it. Tomorrow afternoon, you have to make a new hefsek tahara. It's after the shkia, can she use it? Happens to be, she came home, and basically, she forgot to make a hefsek tahara, and she didn't make a hefsek tahara. So now, that hefsek tahara, which she made yesterday, although tak is noch the shkia, so you can't use that day for the first day, but you could use it for a hefsek tahara, it's still before the shkia of the next day. In such a case, if happens such a thing, that she forgot to make a hefsek tahara, and she only made it 5-10 minutes after the shkia, she should still make it, just in case, if this is going to happen winter, so vergessen zu machen hefsek tahara. Aber wir können es nicht usen, the calendar ist gut nicht, wir können es nicht usen.
Calendar will work, does that flugga?
The what?
That flugga will work?
Warte, was for? It's the next day. It's the next day already.
Next day.
What? Next day?
Later.
It's next day. Yeah, okay. It's next day.
Count from the day.
You want to count from the day? Of course, yeah.
What about if it's going to go into, let's say, Leil Shabbos or Yom Kippur for Tefillah? Doesn't matter.
Oh, Allah Gaba what?
When you have some time.
No.
If you be matter 2 minutes after Shkia, so if today counts, can she again Erev Yom Kippur? And this is nothing in much.
Mit dem habe ich gesagt, if it happens such a case, frage ruf, kann ich gepasken, du was man sollte hin. Ich habe klur nicht gepasken. Don't get me wrong, kann ich gesagt anders noch. You have to ask a ruf. Ich sage, till 2 minutes, ask a ruf, wo sie sollst hin. Ask. Das will ich sagen. In Kimiffen, man darf machen sure, dass man hat Hand, der Seiges arbeiten, das darf sie sagen, because es kann sein off. In dem Tag Hand zu Satellite Seiger, das ist ein bisschen besser, but once upon a time is man sagt schwer, Michael gewinnt Sachen, weil bei dir, das sage ich gewinnt 7:05 in der Ski, and your clock shows it's 7:06. Kansas is 7:09 good. So, what?
Satellite clocks.
No, satellite clocks is no the round of the minute. Der gab es Kundes, aber es ist nicht offen mit Kamaniten. So. Making a hefsek tahara Erev Shabbos. Do mach loik sachroinam, if she down early. It's in the guy for summer days. It's early. Does she make before Erev Shabbos, or she makes before the Shkia? If she makes before Kabul Shabbos, before she's in Licht, or she should make before the Shkia. Wir machen vor Kabul Shabbos ist dort Zeit, weil Kili ersten Tag. We down early, it is a lot of time. What?
No.
Normal.
How far before Shkia?
Aber nochmal, Noch einmal?
An hour and a quarter.
Okay.
Good.
Ja, Schuzmanis. Okay, ja.
Okay, it's not the morning.
Fein, wo Maskam, aber es ist nicht keine Getrille. Wo soll man die Getrille? Wo soll man alles Getrille? Bei dir ist der David schwer schon alle Getrille. You know, man hat alles Getrille. Aber nicht, es heißt dann gesagt, okay, du siehst, was heißt das, der Gesalm gewollt, aber der Posken will nicht stark, was siehst du, so man sagt, Schale. Was man gemacht, finden wir nicht früher, was man macht, der hat es no. If you play a minute, can man cover on Shabbos. Fine. It's like you said, an hour and a half before. Yeah. So what's the big deal? What's Mitchell?
It's only an hour before the half hour.
Okay. Zeiste.
So it's like so terrible. So
Yeah. You want to have a tefillah which is b'David. So some free gerät. As dan shiva nekim dan tefillah is b'David. You want to have it? Your son is b'David. The child is born with David. You want that?
That's the wife and the sholish, you know.
The what?
Kennesaw basket.
Okay. So Al Caponam is in such a case is leketchila is zoeken de Pasken. Das machen 2 Hektares. Das machen 1 Hektare Farke wolle Shabbos und 1 Hektare das machen Fahr de Skia. La Masse Therese is a bissel schwer zu kennen zoeken für Frauen. Sie machen 2 Hektares. Because again, this is the oilum since the women are washing every day, the body is very sensitive, and that's why we have so much problems by bedikas, and especially machma 7 tagen 2 bedikas every day. There's a lot of problems. And Mr. Michael game. So they was always do it and the shit do it after Kabul Shabbos. Lifnei Hashkia. Chittam device das vergessen. If you know your wife that once Shabbos she's going to fall asleep on the couch, then she should make it before Kabul Shabbos. Aber die Tchillas soll sie es machen after a philosophische Shabbos, aber as long as noch Fahrt Hashkia, soll sie dem machen the what? Nicht Karte des Hasser. No.
You think to do 2. So she
No,
keep for Shabbos and after taste. So if you do it, the most doch actually going to do it.
No, that's for sure. The more she should have left, she should only put it in before the Shkia. That's sicher so. That's for sure. Verstehst? In Taka, einer was macht einmal durch. That's the best thing. Der was macht der Bedik Lifnai Kabul Shabbos. Like around the Woche after this. Now, if she makes a Bedike, half Hektare, and she, by the way, einzig habe ich gewollt sagen, before, we said before, that a half an hour, she should wash herself better half an hour for the Shkia. It is kedai, but that she should wait, at least, if she can, 15 minutes before she makes the Bedike. Now, the name is ganz tight, because you don't want the last minute to make a Bedike, but she shouldn't make the Bedike, like right after she washes herself. Da chroim mal ganz a Schmies, sie ist die Hälfte, ins Nemerone getrille da viele ze gemacht aber die gleich nur was ze gewaschen is the hefsek aber the getrille we say that it should be about 10-15 minutes before as ze so eine gleich noch dem was ze gewaschen ze machen der bedike und wir kann ich will dich mach sie sagen as sie seit nicht now aber das just gewaschen so aber bei David for instance, the same thing as will be a bedike. If she makes a bedike and it came out not good, sie kann machen bedikes. Business rauskommen der letzte was angeht. Hat sie gar nicht für ihr zu sich gewischt. Das bei David haben das nitzen, kemeven she's a khukh of einen beroische, if she's going to do a lot of eins of sand, she's going to have problems she naqiyam. So man darf allein machen dann what when anywhere. Amoli do women which have problems making hefsek, make problem making bedikas is beghlal is in Barsham roof in Barsham gives his matter that you should put on a little bit of water. You should put on a little bit of water, and you should squeeze it out as it's on a heavy wet, because then must es nicht können sein. Es ist ein bisschen nass. The Masse ins Bismanaini is in der Buna Michael. When she makes a half sectar or a filibabadikus, if she needs that in her body, she could put in baby oil, or there's a special lubrication, which we cannot use the KY. Let me make it clear. You cannot use on a badika or on your body KY when you make a badikas, because the KY changes the color. You can have a badika which is red when you take it out. You wait half an hour, 3/4 an hour. If it's a KY badika, it's going to turn yellow and it's not kosher. And it's not going kosher, because, and I tried it. So the Sache was, man gesessen mit der pura Bohne, mit so gemacht, it changes the color. So that's why with the kol shouldn't use KY. What is the solution? The solution is baby oil. Or there's a lubrication which usually you cannot buy. You could buy, it's the square dye in a new square. He gives a hechsher on it because every batch it's sold in new square health store. It's a lady which owns it. She always brings in a batch. She goes over to the dye, they check it, and if it's because maybe they changed something, and he gives a hechsher. And I stip sehr stark, people should buy it. Now I pushed her that she should sell it in Williamsburg, she should sell it in Crown Heights, she should sell it in Borough Park, in Baruch Hashem, over there you could buy it. Over here in Kingston, kann man das auch kaufen. So when I was last in New Square, I bought 4 bottles of it. If somebody wants to needs it, nochmal again, if you don't need it, you can make half sectari without putting anything on. That's the best thing. But if a person has problems and needs a lubrication, should come to me. I bought a couple of bottles, push it, nor in order to eine das darf. How do you do it? In the body, you could put as much as you want. Put it as you want. You wait, and you could put it till half an hour before the guy like around in the body, and then make a badika. If you put it, sometimes you put it on the badika itself. Sometimes in the Michael badika itself, then you put it a little bit less, and noch mal lang weiniger. Aber ich put bis, if you put it in your body, bis halbe Schuhe, vielleicht 20 Minuten wird der gefahren. Ich will noch push machen klar, because some people have a lot of problems and needs to put something. So if you have baby oil, that's fine. Or if you need some lubrication, is a push like the but do not use KY because KY is a disaster for the skibitzi badikas. Once you have a badika and you have to show it for the roof, put it away. If you need to, you have to fold it. Don't fold it the way the back. That means the wet way should be inside, because if not, you put it in an envelope. It's going to stick to the envelope and it's macht problemen for the roof. So therefore, if you have a big envelope, you can put it in when it's open. Zavadigit. If you can't, is the tziklim. Always close it on the wet side, and this is how you put it away. Do not put it in plastic bags. Let me make it clear. Do not put it in plastic bags. Plastic bags becomes moisture, and if you don't bring it right away, it will make problems. Always try to put it in an envelope. And that's when in Kronen some gemacht special envelopes. I think it's a very rare Sache. And also you could write which day it is. Zara khushe Sache by Emmas, because the roof needs to know it's the first day, second day, 5th day, 7th day. This is the alle Sachen is good. What? Yeah, noch besser. And it's good to bring it the earlier the better to the roof. The earlier the better. Sometimes you bring it a few days later and it's nicht good. Sometimes wird es good. And sometimes it is ergen. So it's always kedai. You shouldn't. Sometimes people bring it the 7th day. All of the bedikas. It's not a normal thing. You know. You have got the months. I say for them. Some bring 7 tug. Aber the gita. In Shalaim is the minik. Shalaim is all the bedikas stuck with some roof. Ich weiß, ich bin so verwusst, but that was the minik. So once we got the purim so gitin, but it's not normal. Once you see it's okay, you don't need to bring it to the roof. But if you have an issue, it's kedai to bring it to earlier. This is letoivus ha issue to bring freer the bedika. Machduchak. Loile miel medudam, amazaluma machduchak. Machduchak is the pshat. You take, after you make the bedika, you take another bedika, you put it into the body, and you keep it before the shkia till tzesek echuvim, if it's possible. If it's not possible, sachmol, it makes problems. So, it can be lenient, after tzesek echuvim, 20 minutes, the real tzesek echuvim by ins. Kedai the lady, if it's possible, again, man redt durch tats von Kinder, but the frat jinge Frauen so gesagt constantly that when they make a machduchak, they should sit on the couch and relax. If they should take the 20 minutes off their busy schedule that time, because also when you walk and it's newlywed is noch tight, andere Sachen makes problems. It gets es wird ausgerieben, no. So therefore it's kedai if it's possible to relax that time. And again, if there's a problem, the roof still wants you to make a machducha, you hold it mamish just 15-20 minutes. That's about it. You don't have to wait. The du kimt around the Bani Tam because they have to wait 72 minutes, because everybody puts it in before the shkia. Even if you hold the Bani Tam, in Mamachmar, like Abba, you chesnide Mamachmar, the shkia neres, and they have to wait an hour and a half almost. In some of the Masa, as I kapunim, some of early as man, in befragt me kezich verlassen, wie der Alter Rebbe sucht, Sidnora Drabunen, meile 20-25 minutes chaladais, then we could be leaning at the Sache, and Sikdai, we can relaxen. Now, another thing, if she makes a machduchuk after a badika which has a shala, if she doesn't have a shala, the badika was a good badika, then just make a machduchuk and finish, just put it in. If she takes out the badika and she has something which she wants to show for the roof, it is kedai to make sure to put in the machduchuk still before the shkia. Kibir, this is always you have to do, and turn it around like a badika and then leave it. Because then, if the badika will not be good, I could still use the machduchuk as the hefsek. If you only put in a machduchuk, just you put it in, you didn't make b'chirim as dukim, then basically it's nothing. It's worthless. Chagunish defin. Ich kann es nicht usen für hefsek tara. So if you don't have an issue with the first badika, then you don't have to do it. There's no Indian to make yourself, you don't need. But if you do have to make, because you have a suffix, then it's kedai, put it in, so sie darim drein, in zeslosen. And then, if you have an issue, we can always use that of for a badika. Again, as we mentioned before, if you make a badika, and it's not good, keep on making badikas, especially if you want to, when ovulation is, and if you're going to push up another day, you might miss it, you might lose it. Mach the last papier, the last minute, if you get chaparan half sektara, is sometimes they get frustrated. So you're going to forget about it, we'll do it tomorrow. Nicht aibig is gedai, amul loint sich to give it a try. If she made a badika, and she lost it, and she never saw what it is, made half sektara, she took it out and she put it on the side. She's going to look after supper. She's going to look how it is. And plisting the goit had gecleaned. That's all weggeworfen in the garbage. Is as if she macht auf sektarisch. She have to make it over again. Ob sie hat es gesehen, es ist kein Problem. Look, man sie weggeworfen. Noch einmal. Du willst bruchen, make sie weggeworfen. Aber Thomas hat es noch bekannt nicht gesehen. Is as if she macht kein Bedik. Ich darf doch mal Video. Ich darf doch mal bruchen, als es am sie machen Bedik. Aber meine wegen is okay. What kind of Bedikas? Because usually, once upon a time, we do ganze haluchas how to make a what kind of bedika. But since Hansburg Hashem, we buy the bedikas, which is ready, companies which is made, the size, they washed it, so all Sachen. It's not a guy was the bedika, but it's kedai, which is like a shala which comes up ochet constantly. A lady macht sich chesh mitten in the middle of working day. It's winter. 4 o'clock is the shkia. 4:08 is the shkia. And she still have to work, and whoops, I forget to bring add the badika. Now usually they have always in the pocketbook, but she didn't have. With Tipman, she's on an airplane, she doesn't have add the badika, but she wants to make hefsek. So what is she's going to do? What should she do? Is the ice of them is azoi. If you have underwear, the cotton underwear or something a baguette or underwear which is white, in the kens machen the fin badika. Must boidig zan fader mas is sober, it's clean. Then you use that and you put it away. Meine, ob sie geht, ist es geht. Ob sie nicht geht, legst es weg, für eine Schale. Again, what do? You take something, underwear or an undershirt, which is a cotton, which usually it's soft, it's clean, make sure it's clean, and use it for a badika. Ob sie keine range bechirim es dukim, sometimes they're thick, range bechirim es dukim, but Thomas keine range bechirim es dukim, then it is okay. But there are...
That's the best.
Hefsektar mizamas. But the which touch in the Postka, was Thomas a Matze, was man hat kein Breire, man hat gut, ich habe es anders nur a colored one, immer beide gewähnt, man sieht, das ist sauber, immer gemacht aber dicke, damals hat man das usen noch, ob es nicht Bescheid gewähnt, dem ist schon nur, was du mir gelernt, Farkas mit allen Luchen, what? Sie müssen das haben, ist heute, was soll absorben. So in synthetic gifer, there's all kind of materials. If it's a material which will absorb blood, then that's fine. Then that's fine. As long as you're absorbed.
Doesn't have to be Kabbalah Tumah?
The what?
Doesn't have to be Kabbalah Tumah?
The badika?
Yeah.
Why doesn't it need to have?
So then it has to be
Why
cotton.
does it need
It has
to be?
It has to be a couple of has to be a beggar, and have a certain size.
Why does it have to be
No.
makabel timmer? Has to be a size, yeah. Has to be a size.
But it doesn't matter what the
Nein. Het makes a ja. Ik wil de vidi. Ik dacht maar gaan push te kennen zijn wat ze giet. Toilet paper can man nicht usen. Als du gewisse Gräume sagen, if you take 2-3 pieces, we can nicht usen toilet paper. Toilet paper does not go, it tears. Es geht nicht an Mechir im Sdukim. We can nicht using a toilet paper for heftig tara. Let me make it clear. The best Sache is, again, if she has usually the undershirt is a Sache, was sie weiß. Underwear is noch eine Shiva Nekim lav davke. But if it's a Shiva Nekim, the underwear is always kedai, that's soft, and you could use it. Even if you have a machduchik and you are in a place which you don't carry, there's no erev, then you cannot go out with that. If you have a pad which saves you shouldn't get dirty, then you could go out with them Shabbos when there's no erev. But with a machduchik can man again in erev. So people should remember that if you hold the crown, it's a shisram deraisa. The erev is nicht we can't make an erev. You should remember that you have to stay home when you make a hefsek tahara. Good. Once you made a hefsek tahara, and you made a hefsek tahara, Baruch Hashem, alles is fine. Now it's good. So now is the Shiva Nekiyam. Once you Shiva Nekiyam, you have to have underwear which is white. Mein Iker Interhois, underwear has to be white. The bag that someone give has to be white. Regarding the sadden, what is it called? The sheet has to be white. Come even some sharim geret, amuli do a shaisa tzoyrich when you come to the guest. You can't. Damals is do yesh mukum l'hukel. Andere sagen, a farkash is nicht ganz so Michael. A farkash stand that mit afmachen at least under the bed, under the where she lies, she should put something which is tight. And like tchila dacht man sein zu machen. You should have a white sheet, even when you're a guest. Hechsens a sarup nemen once you get up in the morning. If you don't want, you should know. What's of course of the in Shechanurach streit, as is a sadden, it should be white. So therefore, is a Indian Amazal zayn machmat zan zum a white sheet. Regarding the nightgowns, haben wir schon darin gerät. Die ganze Welt ist machmat zum white nightgowns. In Lubavitch do yesh v'yesh. So the Rabbunim was that the man should be white. In der Forkisch halt, was man so machen, und meint nicht so gut, das ist an white. Some Rabbunim sind in mehr Linien, a Kapunam, jeder eine der 10 Lots, was hat bekommen von seiner Mama, von his Schwieger. Not from his Schwieger. Aber a Kapunam, The what?
Off-white.
Off-white is auch was. Off-white is auch was. Aber es ist so sagen, man soll kennen sehen, dass, if there's an issue. Aber dem habe ich gesagt, so, nobody should be in your bedroom when you sleep. So have a white nightgown, there's no business, nobody should walk in. First of all. The only thing which you can ask is the sheet. So I would say, take it off in the morning. Have an extra sheet, put it on top at night, take it off in the morning. Stay the Pasuk Zugen during the day, if you take a nap, you don't have to be machmir with that. But at least when you have a night, a regular night, Shabbos Nachmittag, if you want to take a nap, that's the nishah. But if a regular night, you go to Yishviga, you take along the white sheet. You don't want, if somebody, I always had this issue where people ask you, I'm going to on the guest and I don't want somebody. I know when you go to guests, usually you have a bedroom and nobody goes in. Once you're going to your in-laws or you're going to your parents. But derech klal, you have your room and nobody walks in once till you leave. But okay, if there is houses, all the bedrooms are open for the public, and the mother's bedroom is open for the public, and the sister's bedroom is open for the public, which again, ich kann nicht dansen, because ich come from in some Hungarian, so by us there's no such a thing as you walk in somebody else's bedroom. But again, put it up at night before she goes to sleep, and take it off in the morning. Nachmas, she steht in a luch. What? Nicht bis ich.
You said you put it up right.
No, when I say means ich take give. Aber man meint ich sie. Wo sollst du behalten etwas? So since when you do something, I'm working hard, and ich bin put to help the house. So. Sorry. Yeah. But don't come when you have Shalom Bayis problemen to me.
actually more important than the white nightgown?
Yes.
Why?
Weil das steht in der Luche. In der Luche steht in begut mit Gdoinem in steht Saden. Und das steht. Das Sibbe ist auch pushet. Okay, ich kann nicht sagen. Okay. Now, should the cover, not the cover, also be white? Wenn sich im by Hungarians is everything white. So now, haben gemacht a new style. The other side, the top side is colored, and on the other side is white. Nachmal, it's all weil we're getting more paranoid, more under trauma these things. But Akapunam, this is a barazach was steht nicht in der Post kommen. Man darf nicht schmeicheln. If you're going to English, you don't have to change the whole, everything, okay. If she had Shiva Nekiyim and day 6 or day 3, something happened, she doesn't have to change the linen as saying as it's clean, but she doesn't have to change it, falls sie jetzt gewonnen. Ich sage einmal so, sie können warten schlufen auf der Wasserlinen, was ich mir bis jetzt auch hätte. Okay, so what do you need to do? We have already Shiva Nekiyim. Shiva Nekiyim is leketchila daf afro zich body gezan twice a day, in the morning and in the afternoon. Afternoon means before the shkia. The morning and afternoon, 2 times a day. I mean 7 days, twice a day daf man zich body gezan. Afro was kenisht. Kenisht zweimal ma eis bishtia. Bedike shachras is the iker. Kedai, if you have to make it one, make it B'dike shachras. That's those. B'dike shachras means after Etzachama. For the Eved, if you made it after the last shachar, hat man sich verlassen of them. But after Etzachama, if you can only make one B'dike, it's okay. The second B'dike has to be Lifna Hashkia. If she forgot to make the second B'dike and Lifna Hashkia, since it's already the second B'dike, she doesn't have to make after the Shkia. Man sich verlassen of B'dike shachras. Oichet, the underwear which beged the Tzumah Gifa, she has to look at it. So nicht beshat is us. Man macht sich the Augen. The simple why we want it to be white is because we want to know, we want to have a bit of dvurim. So therefore, is dua inyan man soll take beide gesagt, as alles is clean. So nicht beshat is so wie regularly, which I said you should go when it's dark, in toilet, or you don't look and don't see and don't, Wenn man geht in das Kissen, in the Shiva Nekiyim, you don't have to look. In der Soß nicht look. But at least the Bege der Tzumach Lagifa, will man doch wissen, wo es dit sich, weil es ist ein Innen, as you should go, you should look at it.
Yeah. And so it's noch Shkia, that day 4, day 5. And
No.
Now it's just Shkia, I forgot. So could I machen noch Shkia eingaben am Tag? Like, there's no...
Maar ze zoeken bij een schmoesjes. If it's a lachen bij een schmoesjes, there's no point.
At any point?
Nog maar, ze gaat zoveel jong. Ja, is no point. Is no point. Was afgezocht? Bij nacht, there's no point te maken. No. Gerecht. Now, if a person goes on a plane, yeah? Goes on a plane, yeah? Dan denken when the ski is. If you make, but you left New York and the ski was, you look, as I get a 7 o'clock the skier, and you traveled from John F. Kennedy towards London, and when you look 7 o'clock, hältst du noch die skier. So you darfst gedenken, als die Kessel geschlossen wird, du bist rausgefunden von New York 7 o'clock. The what? Okay, darf man die Sache. If not, you have to go to a store and find what time is downstairs, wie die steist. And, dus is alles aber nur, das ist wenn jede Platz geht man wie sie ist, But wenn man rechnet, Shiva Nekiyim, and you went in a place which you skipped a day, you guys think 6 days is enough. 7 days is 7 days, Shiva Nekiyim is Shiva Nekiyim. Nicht vergessen.
It's like Sphere Simon if you go against the date line.
That was
Like Sphere Simon if you go against the date line, but you're coming back, does it make a difference?
Yeah, if somebody leaves in the same week, Australia
No.
back, does that?
no, Meile.
So they were
He
away
didn't
for
do that.
5 days.
Last day he got it back.
You lost
So
that
he got it back. Had 7 Nekiyim.
So you missed the Badika, that's it.
Okay.
Just 1 day of Badika.
Yeah.
You go and come back and do it then.
It's shaykh to miss a bedike, and still have 7 days, and shaykh to have to extra bedike.
Noch eine Sache ist wichtig zu sagen. When we say for women, you don't have to make a bedika all the 7 days. let's make 1, 3, and 7, is aber Gdly, that the other days she should make a kaniach. Also viel ja, dann die Bide sucht so klar. A vielen sind Michael, die Tchille, wenn man sagen, sie machen a kaniach. Kein mach kabdike, weil hast morgen you gonna rob it, instead of rauskommen belet, aber kapur etwas a bitter will man es mir kennt. Es Gdly zu machen, also sag was Gdly zu wissen. Again, I have gesagt, that if you have the head from 1 to 7, it is always good to make 1 in the middle. It will help a lot of problems when Thomas geschieht Sachen in the mitten or the Ichadoma.
And what you said, if she can do a particular life, but she just go around it.
She should make a kniech, mamash outside as a boys and mukam. That she should do. But again, the ketchile you make twice a day. Amul kemanish, you make once a day. Amul kann man das auch nicht, macht man, you skip a day. Again, das darfst du dadurch reden mit der Ruf, soll wissen, der Matzav. It's not a free dus. The ketchile steht nicht, ich kann nur einfach mit Papayin bei Yom. It's twice a day. Man kann nicht, no was then, again, hat man ein bisschen mehr Linie, wenn sie do Problemen, because we are more sensitive. Or after a baby, or after, again, my name is, the Ruf gets, that's his job. So, man darf nicht mehr to call a Ruf. Even if it doesn't, it's not on a payroll. Sof kol sof, of them is a rukim of the Welt. That's his shlichus. So, ich sage eigentlich from, more, is it a good time to call now? I'm sorry, I freak, there's no, weißt du, I have a stupid question. You have stupid questions. Stay, Na, ich sage, es darfst du anbochen, ein Mensch, am Morgen zu fragen. Fragst, also wissen sie, besser zu fragen, be on the safe side, wie einer, a Frau, was hat Ungem zu machen, started doing Shiva Nekiyim. And she got a badika. It's no good, forget about it. She put it away. Maybe she's going to ask her off. Or she wanted to show her husband. And after 3 days, and she stopped. She's going to make tomorrow no hefsik tahara. So masich das again from the Shiva Nekiyim. Then her husband tells her, let me ask the roof. Why was das die Pasken? Since when are you opposite? Let's ask the roof. Shows for the roof says it's okay. So what's the loch? She had to say hesach das. She decided it's not good. She had hesach das. Now according to Roif Poiskim, she has to start all over again. Hesach das, dissolves the halacha, the Shiva Nekiyim. The Tzemach Tzedek doesn't agree with that. And Tzemach Tzedek held there's no such thing as hesach das b'Shiva Nekiyim, and this is how we paskin. So we have something which is a big killer, in it's the thing which happens. Again, this is not a thing which is not it happens. Which the Welt, you lost all the days, according to, in someone, Episkiller, someone in Socha.
But the Metzias that she held on to it.
She held on because she wanted to show it for her husband. Chredach boy from his yog ben asich das. Hesach das. You know what? How it could be hesach das? She starts Shiva Nekiyim, and her husband tells us, you know what? I have to go to the Shechita now in Agri, and I have to leave for the next 2 days. He's not going to be here back by the dus. She said, okay, then stop. What's the point? 50 minutes before he has to go, he gets a call from the Philadelphia Agri. I'm sorry, you can't go. So what's he at? So echt masich das again. Show you the best mushel. You want to have a mushel? Okay. It's do a minig ba sachfroen, which is during the Shiva Nekiyim, they don't take bath. Macht Shabbat. The Bach halt, als man so eine Stimme kavarem dus, weil sie kann changen, ob sie hat ein bisschen blit, kann man es verlieren. But la Masse is minig, ho oilam, is Michael Zahn, in der Tzemach Tzedek ist klur, aber kein Michael Zahn, ins nehmen nicht schon Bach, und jetzt kann man gehen in Schauer, auch eine von den Killers, das bei uns, so, die andere Welt, ist was Sach, wir sind mehr Machmer, aber bei uns is Tzemach Tzedek, das ist okay, so it's not a problem.
Is it good in a bath and a shower?
What?
Should it better take a shower than a bath?
Nochmal, ins nehmen nicht schon beide. Ins kann man nehmen noch der Bath auch. Bei der andere Chassidim, wo sie eine Machmer, ist ein Chilik zwischen der Bath und der Shower. A Bath ist eine mehr Machmer.
What about swimming?
Die wir sind eine Machmer, wo Swimming nehmen ins und das ist ungenehm bei der Welt, als man heißt daran anlegen, what is it called? Was man jetzt, sag mal, für der Tempel. So, bei mir, das ist Tomer mit Avga. So, wir sind eine Machmer, nicht gar nicht schwimmen, das Shiva Nekiyim. But chief proving ne noise of Yosef. Aber the Welt was the Nushim Tzidkun was the Shimon is a heilige Zach is usually like around a temple and it's okay.
I'll say it's a teva, not halachos. Is taking a lot of showers, especially long showers, does this cause more of a chance that they're being bleeding later?
it should make bleeding, no. But it makes more
That later when you have the bedika.
Yeah. It makes a lot of problems. And I just wanted to say, the ganze sich waschen jeden Tag is not healthy. It's not healthy. How do I know? Because as you know, I don't know if you know, but I have geschrieben a mamar 3 years ago regarding showering in Yom Tov. And ich halt, again, lass mich es machen klar, ich halt, als man tun nicht nehmen kann shower in Yom Tov, mit, whatever, after maybe one kid's full stop, lass mal du stoppen, weil eine von den Sachen ist, ich sage, Thomas hat seine Sache, als rauf Welt, in dem Medina, dat nehmen wir shower jeden Tag, damals kann man Michael sagen, gaan we zich met Erev Shabbos, met Erev Yom Tov. Nicht gaan we zich met Yom Tov, damals nicht kann hätten. Gaan we zich met Erev Yom Tov, ist du a Zadel hukli. Aber wie lange es danach ist du 100%, ist geworden nach Sturm in Ahuris Beirem auf den Häusern. Nicht war nach Sturm in Aluche. Es war nach Sturm, ist es du rauf Welt oder nicht du rauf Welt? Ja, du rauf Welt. So hat einige bringt ein Artikel, wo steht dort, dass 60% Amerika nimmt die Showers jeden Tag. Ich habe gewiss von der Sache. Und ich habe gerade gemacht Research, also Harvard, whatever, nicht Harvard, the University, Harvard etwas hält. Ich habe gerade ein Jedid, ein Wajunik, was mir ein Freund, und ich weiß, dass ist involved in dem, aber ich habe gesagt, kannst du mir verschaffen, the Secker, on what it's based. Usually, if you make the data, of which he bought 60%, give it to me. He worked on it a long time, and so kommt mir sagen, das ist noch so data. Der Artikel gewesen, der ganze Artikel gewesen, ein Doktor gewollt sagen, 60% von Amerika take showers, and it's unhealthy. And it kommt, halb von zum Mal noch, was nicht healthy. Man soll sich schauen jeden Tag, sind nicht gesinnt, aber gedeiht sie keine Bohnen, als you shouldn't do it, hat umgehend den Artikel, 60% Tienes, and you're wrong. Verstehst? So, wo mein Rabbi Charuke bringt klar, als sind nicht sogar auf, was halt das ist los. Gib mir eine zweite, Pudding lassen, ich habe geschrieben, was heißt, jetzt haben wir aber fertig, Howard, Google, Howard, was ist das, aber 60%. Aber einmal habe ich gestoppt einfach. Aber einfach, ich weiß auch von der, ich habe das gesehen, Fahrer hat das gesehen. Ich suche dann nur, als ich weiß, als es Hokuspokus die ganze Sache. Aber they were too much, because, Harvard, Health, soll schreiben, als Sachen Backups, kann dich nicht an. Jetzt weiß man doch, die plagiarism, was geht für jeden Tag, Aber what do you say?
Like the elections.
It's like the elections. Okay. So
Shabbos boilers, even the ones Yom Tov boilers.
if it was cooked in Yom Tov, there's no heter.
The ones of Yom Tov boilers, that's
that is how it works. Was it cooked in Yom Tov or before Yom Tov?
No, there's a whole thing.
The new machine. Yeah, but the new machine is nicht. Yeah, but the new machine is wirklich ja zahlt das boy. Wenn ich erzähl das boy. Ob sie nicht gekocht damals der Ruf in Montreal, was er gedacht hat. Also eine von den Sachen ist wirklich ja zahlt das boy. Schatz, was ist nicht heiß.
It goes up to 104.
Aha. Okay.
104
Lass mich noch fertig noch 2-3 kleine Luches, das ist wichtig. Im Mitten Emtes Shiva Naqiyim hat sie gesehen nach Blit, oder sie gesehen nach Stein oder whatever. Ich have to start over again, man kann nicht vergessen. Es ist nicht jene Tag wird verloren. Ich darf es nicht suchen, aber man darf es ja suchen. Was so, darf man gedenken, als es fällt rup, davon einem von das Nahe. Sie können aber machen gleich heftig da, weil es ist bemeilig gewesen, tun wir. Noch eine Sache, was ich will suchen, klar. Man darf warten 5 Tage, ist 7 Tage Shiva Naqiyim. Again, 5 Tage darf man warten, ist 7 days Shiva Naqiyim. Lass mal suchen in Englisch noch einmal. 5 days, and then you make Hefziktara and Shiva Naqiyim. And it's not 7 days and 5 days Naqiyim. Let me make it clear. Es ist du a Sache mistakes, wo es ist schon geschehen. Es lacht. Wo es mod gemacht hat, so gewiss 5 und 7, sie seht Tarif für 7 Tage, ich weiß noch nicht so. Noch 7 Tage, jetzt darf man warten 5 Tage. Chabst? So we have to make it clear. Sie geht zu lachen. But I'm telling you, when you are raw from Ruah, you have all kind of shalas and all kind of mistakes. So let me make it clear. Shiva Naqiyim and Shiva Naqiyim, and 5 days and 5 days Naqiyah. Not Naqiyah. If she went to Tefillah by mistake, day 6, not day 7. By mistake. Sie hat gemacht, der Cheshm mit der Teig. Sie tut, auch das Sache, was geschieht. Man gemacht, der Cheshm, you know, sie hat der Cheshm. Sie gemacht, der Cheshm is, if she didn't have relations, such a case, she makes a particular day 7, and she goes again to Tefillah. Mit der Bruche. Kiel Hoy, it's going to say. If she went a Shomsha, she has relations, then she has to wait 4 days, because
72 hours.
now, 4 days. Let me make it clear. 72 days is no, also I have to soon. It's 4 days. Then she has to have another 1 day, which one or whatever, depends how the mistake was, how many days she forgot. Then she has to wait 1 day and go back to Tefillah. Noch einmal, klar. If she knows Shemsha, she goes next day. B'dike, Tefillah. Have Shemsha, she has to wait 4 days, then be mashlam that 1 day, then go to Tefillah. And da habe ich einfach das Keim Schub des Schales, und das Keim sich schmachen sich Isam, und I feel also my rules that the Schub dem in Schales.